Hello everyone, I'm Fel Arias, and welcome to another Ace Smash or Pass. Today we are doing characters from the Hellaverse. I'm not exactly sure how many of these characters are on this list. This is just one of the most updated ones I could find. But we have our usual Ace-inspired peers. We've got share a bathroom. This is, I would live with them long term and I would let them actually put stuff in my bathroom. We would share a counter space and everything, maybe even have our toothbrushes in one of those cute little cups. Snuggle, this would be relatively long term. We'd probably be like sharing a bedroom and maybe living together or something. Huddle, this would be short term. This would be like a week or so, often on the couch and like snuggling up together with like some hot chocolate or something while watching videos. Friends. I would like really want to play board games with them and would often have them over to watch movies, play board games, play video games, maybe get into like some voice chats. Acquaintance. This is someone who I don't think I'd really get along with super well long term, but I don't mind their presence. No, I would not want to be around them very long, but I don't absolutely despise being around them. Oh, this one should be hell no. Which, considering we're doing Hellaverse in this tier list, is kind of amusing. Hell no is definitely please stay away. Like, I could tolerate them, but I don't like being around them. Into a volcano is keep them away from me. I don't even want to hear their voice. I wouldn't insult a volcano this way is they need to be shot in the sun because no one should suffer them, in my opinion. Absolutely no one deserves to suffer their presence. So let's start with Charlie. Charlie Morningstar. Oh, she is so adorable and I love her so much. She is so super happy though, and I could not keep up with it. So I could definitely probably share a bedroom. I think I could do a long-term relationship with her. I think. I hope. But she would be a lot. Oh, she would be a lot. Okay, no, just cuddle, just short term. I am an introvert. I do not have the energy to be in longer than a short-term relationship with Charlie. Vaggie, on the other hand, Vaggie and I think would get along really well. We would probably get along better as a polycule with Charlie, because Vaggie could take over whenever I was feeling exhausted, and yeah, we could all just like have fun and sing and do crafting and stuff together. Because I think I might like crafting more than Vaggie does. Alistair! Okay, now this one is difficult. And it's not difficult. Okay, I'm going to set some rules for this list. So this is Ace-inspired Smash or Pass. I am also going to say, if they are in hell for a majority of the time, if they live in hell, I am going to make my judgment on the idea that I am also living in hell. This is not me on earth, this is not me in heaven, unless they're in heaven. So wherever the character is, I'm going to rank them based on living in the same dimension, I guess I could say. So if they're in heaven, I'm going to judge it as if I were also in heaven. If they're in hell, if I was also permanently like in hell. Well, not permanently, hopefully, considering what the series is. But if I were on Earth, then I'd be on Earth. So for Alistair, he seems like he has his shit together, and honestly, he does seem to enjoy some attention and some company from women, but he wouldn't be incredibly annoying. because I think he and I would be able to give each other space. The cannibalism thing, though, is a bit off-putting. Could I put up with a disgusting, like, ew, could I put up with his breakfast? Hmm. Hmm. Just because I want to doesn't mean I will. So I think that we would try it out if he were open to it. We would try it out. Husker! Okay, Husker and I think would actually really get along as long as he'd let me pet his ears, which I don't think he'd actually let me do, so that proves to be a problem. We'd be in hell, so there'd always be alcohol, and Husker is a bit of an alcoholic. I say a bit, I mean a huge alcoholic. He also has that gambling problem and everything. Though I couldn't share a bathroom with him because he might start stealing my shit if he's in a very bad luck kind of run in his gambling. So, but if he let me pet his ears, maybe I can excuse it for a short time. Nifty! How many times do I want to be stabbed by a giant sewing needle is the question. How many times? And also, how much do I love bug taxidermy jewelry? Or just taxidermy jewelry in general, probably. How much would I enjoy that? She's really good at her job, though. So I'm gonna go with friend. Angel Dust! Angel is so horny. So, unfortunately, again, this is an ace style smasher pass. So if Angel and I were in a non-monogamous relationship, I could see it possibly working. Maybe it could be me, him, and Husk. That might be fun. But if it's just me and Angel, I have a feeling I would not satisfy all of his desires, especially the fact that I'm a woman. But, but, mm, still want to be friends. Oh, we'd probably cuddle because I think him and Cherry cuddle, and I'd do my best to be kind of like a less extreme version of Cherry as his friend. Speaking of Cherry, where will I put Cherry? How much do I like repairing my wall? Ugh. Mm. As she's going to blow my walls up so no matter what, so let's just put her in cuddle. We can just have a cuddle pile with all three of us. They're pinches. Okay. This one's difficult because spoiler warning, spoiler warning. I'm gonna give you a moment if you have not seen the show or are not fully caught up with the show. It's been out for almost 2 years. And I don't know why you'd be watching this video if you haven't already watched it. Okay, those of you who stuck around. Um, I'm going to judge Pinterest based on the fact that he does get redeemed. And honestly, he is eccentric enough that I think he and I could actually work out. Because it would be fun having someone who knew how to invent things like that and someone I could craft with, and honestly, as long as they don't bite me, I kinda like snakes. I think they're really pretty and cool. So this would be if he and I were both in heaven. Oh, Frank! At least I think this is Frank. It's Frank or maybe one of the other egg boys. Now the egg boys, do I consider them pets? They would do my evil bidding for me. And they wouldn't even be able to reach my kitchen counter. So, well, not my kitchen, but my bathroom counter. So I'd have to just set them up their own little spot for that. So I think that would be okay. Oh, but they'd make a mess of the tub and shower probably. Hmm. Yeah, just snuggle. Lucifer! Oh my goodness. Sorry, I would share a bathroom with Lucifer. He might be our depressed king who is also very prideful, and again, he's the sin of pride. So of course he's prideful. But he is also our short king. He still would probably be taller than I would be in hell, considering everyone is super fucking tall in hell, but I know I would probably be stuck being short still. So it would be interesting because he and I have a lot of the same issues, and I think we might be able to bring each other out of it. We might be a good support system for each other. Vox, the tech man baby. Oh, okay, let's see. How much do I want to be manipulated? Is what it comes down to. He would be a really good sugar daddy, but I think it would be a better relationship with him as a sugar daddy if I ended up being part of the V's rather than specifically being in a relationship with him. And honestly, he'd cheat at every game we played, so we'll just kind of put him in no. Mm, Into a volcano with Val. Maybe I wouldn't. Yeah, no. Mm. Val is tricky because he is a very insanely terrible, abusive person. So I do think he either needs to go into a volcano or he needs to be jettisoned away from the planet. So it's difficult which one though. I think jettisoning him from the planet. Velvet! Okay, she is that hashtag bitch. So where do I want to put her? I think Velvet and I would probably get along because I am also online 24/7. So we are going to put Velvet short term because I think she would also get very tired of the fact that I am too lazy to do my makeup most of the time, as well as like do anything fancy with my hair or my outfit. By the way, for those of you who like this, as some of you might guess, or no, is Molly Mock's button up from the Critical Role shop. It is very soft and super comfy. Not sponsored or anything, I just really like it. I got it like extra big and baggy because it is comfy. Rosie! Okay, Rosie. We got the same issue with the cannibalism. Unlike Alistair, I think Rosie would try to actually get me into the cannibalism. I think that might be a deal breaker for her. Ren. I would like to be more than friends with Rosie, but I don't believe I'd be able to stomach it. Zizi, I believe it's Zizi. Some of these people I probably don't know their names. I'm going to be honest here. Zizi, where do I put you? Because I know absolutely nothing about you. I believe she's in charge of the Doomsday District. So for now, I'm going to go no. Like, she seems like fun, but I'm also not sure if I'd like the fun. Zestiel! Now, Zestiel seems like he's got his shit together. He seems like a very classy and well in control person. He probably, like Athena, wouldn't want to share a bathroom with me, but I would be willing to share a bathroom with him if he'd allow it. Because I think that he is amazing so far from what we've seen. He's very charming. Also, I really like his old way of speaking, his like old English and such, his Shakespearean words. Although I am not a big fan of spiders. I'd get over it. Carmilla! Carmilla's definitely also in share a bathroom with. Probably higher than Zestiel. And honestly, I'm going to put Pinches after Lucifer. Just because I do find going to put Carmilla before Pinchas as well. Because even though I might not be sexually attracted, I am aesthetically attracted to both of these characters more than I am to both of these characters. Carmilla's daughters! I know so little about them, but if I were with one of Carmilla's daughters, I would also have Carmilla as mommy, so yes, share a bathroom if I were with either of them. Oh, paper something. I forget his full name because I think it's only mentioned in the subtitles. But he seems adorable and cute. I think I could be friends with him. Travis. Just hell no. Like, you might not be as big of a piece of shit as Valentino, but you're certainly not very helpful. And I mean, I have nothing against people that like write porn or like star in porn or anything, but when you just call people sluts and stuff and all that, that's just not cool. Mr. Microphone Guy, whose name we don't have. I have absolutely no idea what you're like, but again, you work with Valentino, so hell no? Rocky. Rocky or Ronnie? I forget. I forget which. I think it's Rocky. We're just also going to go with hell no because again, Valentino. Kitty. RoboFizz in the hell of a sorry. Kitty, the Fizzer Raleigh robot in Has-Been Hotel. I honestly couldn't care less. Like they would get me everything I need, so I guess maybe acquaintance as long as it didn't involve bringing Valentino along or any of the other V's other than maybe Velvet. These two whores. Where do I want to put them? I have absolutely no idea about either of them, so but they are into Valentino, and I don't want to associate with that. Ugh, Katie Killjoy. As much as I love you, Brandon Rogers. Ugh. Into a volcano. Tom Trench. All we know about Tom Trench is that he is a pervert. And a limp dick jackass, apparently. So where am I going to put Tom Trench? Probably just a no, because out of all the characters so far, he doesn't seem like all that awful. All right, Susan. No. Just no. Ugh. Mimsy. Mimsy, as much as I adore you as a character, I do not want to be associated with you whatsoever because I like not being ripped apart limb from by a bunch of loan sharks. And it really seems like Mimsy will throw her friends under the bus as quickly as she can to save her own skin. I have no idea who the fuck this is. I know this character is probably going to be in season 2. I've seen their fandom wiki page, but I forget what their name is. I will say I really like their aesthetics. They look really cool, but I have no idea what they're like. So, I'm just gonna put them in no for now. Maybe they'll get higher the more I learn about them, but for now they're a no. Arachnus! At least I believe this is Arachnus. I'm pretty sure that this is Angel's brother. No. No, thank you. I don't know much about him, but I do know his name and stuff, so that's why I put these two up here instead of in who, is because I do recognize them as characters. This guy, I have absolutely no idea who it is. Oh, wait, is that Baxter? Oh, it's Baxter! Okay. Baxter, the little mad scientist. Uh, Sorry, the colors this image is stretched, and the colors were throwing me off for a little bit. I know a lot of you are probably like, "That's Baxter, of course you've seen him if you've seen the other 2." Yes. Yes, I have. Mad scientist. I wouldn't want him doing experiments on me. Hmm. This is a toughie. I'm just gonna stick him with these other 2 for now because, again, I don't know that much about him. I do know that he considers himself a mad scientist and that he basically thinks that Pinchas is a buffoon or something. Let's see. Molly, okay, she seems like an absolute sweetheart. I would definitely share a bathroom with her because she is absolutely adorable. Again, I know absolutely nothing else about her other than that she's in heaven and that she is Angel's twin sister. So, I'm just going off the fact that they be twins and she made it into heaven. So, if they are anything alike and she is just a more positive, like, good version of Angel, then we're going to get along very well. Saint Peter! Friends. He's kind of a bit of a judgy bitch. Oh, Abel. Where do I wanna put Abel? Because all we have is this picture so far, and we know his dad's a piece of shit. So where do we wanna put him? You know, just from his vibes, by his vibes alone, I'm going to put him in Friends. Emily! Up in I will share a bathroom with you, Emily. Because 1, she would be able to handle some of my less than great traits because she is so understanding and lovable, and honestly, we would both want to make everything better for everybody around us, so we would get along insanely well. She's just all sorts of adorable. Go into a volcano, Sarah. I'm sorry, but Sarah is very evil in my opinion. Like, she might be doing what she thinks is right, but if she took time to actually consider what people are and what souls are, she would realize why what she's been doing is so fucked up. The thing is she hasn't considered that these souls are anything more than furniture. Yes, she wants to protect them, like, kinda like how people want to protect their property. I don't think she actually wants to protect it like pets or loved ones or friends or anything. She very much seems like it's her job, so she's doing it, but she doesn't actually care. Loot! You can go into a volcano. Well, mm, yeah, you can go into a volcano. Adam! Also into the volcano with you. Just fuck you. He's very close to being in I wouldn't insult the volcano this way, but he is just a sexist, misogynistic asshole, and as far as I know, he is not a straight up, like, abuser. He's still a piece of shit, though. Lilith! Okay, I am taking this off of what we've seen so far, not off the fan theories, not off of my own theories. I am solely basing this on the fact that she has not called her daughter in 7 years. She has not contacted her separated husband in 7 years. She has abandoned her city that she rules over, her realm she rules over for 7 years to go have a vacation in heaven. But she really hot. So, until I know her reasonings, I think we could be acquaintances. She would be a no otherwise, but let's see here. All right, Blitz with the silent O. Where do I wanna put Blitz? He kind of has the same problem as Angel Dust, where he will want a lot more out of the relationship than I would. So I'm just gonna go with no, because I don't think he and I could also get along, like, playing board games or being friends. He's a bit too chaotic for me. Not saying that he's a terrible person. He's not the greatest person, that's for sure. But he definitely isn't good. Moxie and Millie, I would share a bathroom with both of them. They are kind of a package deal, and I would happily be their third cuddle buddy. Cause I could take Moxie to go see musicals and everything, and I would also go with Millie to, like, the salons and spas and stuff. So I could help balance them out when they have things they wanna do where the other one doesn't wanna do them, I will probably enjoy doing them, so it would work. Luna! Okay, Looney Toony, where do I wanna put you? Uh, Kinda the same thing as with Husk, I really wanna pet her ears and play with her hair, but I'm pretty sure that is offensive to Hellborn and Sinners. Hmm. She also treats most the people she's around like shit, but I would try to be friends, or at least try. Stolas! I would happily be in a fake marriage with Stolas, because we all know I'm not Stolas's type. I might meet the height requirements, but I definitely do not meet the gender no nor personality requirement. But if he were open to it, I would still snuggle. Verosica. Oh, she is such a badass bitch. I love her so much. Where do I wanna put Verosica? Hmm. Hmm. I think Snuggle, because I'm not sure I'd be able to keep up with her partying or her drug and drinking habit. So, depending on when or if she's in rehab or out of rehab would definitely determine whether we were together, especially since I am not sure what her sex drive is, so it might be the same problem, like, with Angel or Blitz or some of these other characters. X. Okay, Vortex. Vortex seems like he has his shit together. He seems like a complete and utter gentleman. He is so badass, and he would protect the person he cares about with everything. So if he were not in a relationship with B, going to put that out there, if he were not in a relationship with B, I would share a bathroom with him. Yeah. Mhm. Hands down. B. Okay, B. I'm not sure B would be able to handle the fact that I am a bit neurospicy, especially since she tastes the energy at her parties and I'm not much of a partier. I could definitely be like a cuddle buddy or a friend though. Like if it were her and Tex, kind of like if it were me and Moxie and Millie, I could definitely see us working something out with me being like just the cuddle partner or something, and then them fulfilling all of those other desires with each other. So I'm gonna go with cuddle because I do really like B. Beelzebub, Queen Bee. Oh, Mr. McDogface, or whatever his name ended up being that Vivzy called him on Twitter. Where do I put this hottie McHottie? Huh. I don't know that much about him, so I'm going to put him in friends. Like, we could try it, see where it goes. One of, like, Luna's friends from the Christmas episode. They seem very supportive and nice, so I think friends. I feel so bad for this little imp boy. I don't know what his name is, though. Well, this imp man, I should say, or this imp adult. Hmm. Where do I want to put you? Because you are so adorable. I'd definitely at least be acquaintances, but I'm not sure that we would have enough in common to be friends. This guy's just a no. Mm, um, maybe more of a hell no. Because he isn't, I know it's his job, but he's also kind of shitty towards Stolas when Stolas is a child, in my opinion. I'm on. Where do I want to put this son of a bitch? I'm gonna put him in hell no. Well, actually, he's a shitty dad, so we'll put him into a volcano. This bitch! Into a volcano. Well, no, I wouldn't insult the volcano this way. Della. Because again, abuser, manipulator, and just all around a shitty person. Oh, hey, look, someone who endorses that. And Drillfists, you are definitely going going to space in a rocket directly at the sun. Hmm. Vasago. Hmm. From what we've seen of Vasago, I definitely think I could maybe do something a bit longer term, but maybe not share a bathroom. Barbie. Okay. Barbie is in hell no because again, I wouldn't be able to handle her addictions very well. Cash Buxo goes to space and directly into the sun. He can go directly into the sun. Because he's an even worse dad than this one. There are so many terrible fathers in these shows. Blitz's mom. Hmm. She seems like an incredibly caring and kind person. So I'm going to put her in cuddle because I think short term, because I don't know her that well, but she is really pretty. And from what we know about her based on how Blitz was raised, we know that she's kind of the best thing that he's had in his life. Sally Mae. Oh, I love Sally Mae so much. But Sally Mae would beat the shit out of me. And honestly, I'm not sure how many times I could survive that or how many times I could remain sane after that. So we're going to go with friend. Ma and Pa Millie. Mm, just no. I'm far too tech savvy and tech dependent for the farmer lifestyle. That's just where it is. Moxie's mom. I think we could be friends. She seems like she's a pretty decent person, no matter what. If she had a choice in who she married or not. Speaking of, oh hey, abusive, murderous husband, go directly into the sun. We can just put you into a volcano. You can go into the sun, Chaz. Striker. Mm. As sexy as Striker is, he is also a huge piece of shit. So we're going to put him in Hell No. This sexy motherfucker. Better than Blitzo Man. He does seem like a sweetheart. He's very nice to Stolas, but we don't know much more about him other than that. But I mean, look at that hair. Look at this bod. That's a cuddle bod. Definitely. Mr. Bouncer Dude. Where shall I put you? Because honestly, I don't know that much about you. I know you're very particular about your job and very strict about it. And you work for Osmodius. So probably acquaintance and maybe more later. Whoever she is, I want to snuggle with her. Because I don't know her name, but I know she's basically Osmodius's assistant or something like that. So I think she would be fun to snuggle with. Okay, Mr. Candleman. Hmm, this one's difficult. Because again, we haven't seen much of this guy. So for now, I'm just gonna go with no. Same with this one. Because even if this one and I got along, they are in the lust ring. So I guess this applies to him too. So I have a feeling that I won't be able to do everything they'd want done in a relationship. All right. Now we are to Osmodius. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I don't care. I am assuming that I would be a third wheel in this case because these two are so goddamn adorable. So this would definitely be a third wheel case. Although being woken up by an air horn would get really annoying really, really quickly, I think it might be worth it. Because they are incredibly caring about the people they love and they will do anything to protect the people they love, and I just want to make sure that they stay absolutely happy and together forever. So, RoboFizz. Uh, no. This asshole into a volcano. This asshole. I'm sorry, but you were super abusive to Fizz, so you just go there on principle. Oh, glitz and glam. I don't know which is which, but I know one of them is glitz and one of them is glam, and they are both in Hell No. Because I could not put up with their bullshit. Leviathan. Envy itself. I definitely do not have the personal style or self-confidence to be able to be around them for long. This asshole, you just go into a volcano because you did bad things to Blitz and tried to beat the shit out of Millie. Belphegor. Okay, Belphegor seems super adorable. So I'm gonna put her up here. I think Belphegor is a she, her. If not, I apologize, but Belphegor is absolutely adorable. And they'd be asleep a lot of the time. And what is better to cuddle against than something this soft looking? Like, granted, there is a flame up there, but I think we could work around it. Mr. incredibly oblivious doctor man. Well, I say doctor man, but I mean Dr. Baphomet. Um, you don't seem so bad. We could probably be acquaintances. I would not be able to stand being around you for long. I could probably also not be around you for long. Wacky Wally Wackford. Okay, where do I put Wacky Wally Wackford? That is a great question. I think we could be friends. I'm actually going to delete this because I actually recognize everybody. Delete row. It was just the fact that this image threw me off so much because of all the blended coloring. Dennis. Dennis doesn't actually seem like a terrible person, but there's got to be a reason everybody hates him. So maybe acquaintances until I know what the fuck is up with that. Oh, the interns. Okay, she is super hot, so I would want to try to cuddle with her. You are super adorable, so I want to try and cuddle with you. You are also super adorable. I'd want to try to cuddle with you. You and I could just be friends. I don't find you as cuddly as the other three. It might be because I can't fully see your face and your hair reminds me of a butt, but yogurt! Or should I put yogurt? They are basically a mood ring. That is their function. That is what they are for Satan. So this is kind of a package deal. And Satan is not the greatest guy. Where should I put Satan? Wherever Satan goes, this guy's going because yeah, this ain't being separated. I'm just gonna put them in no. Because I don't think I could handle Satan's expectations of me considering how much he lifts, probably. Martha. Again, can't cannibal things. Do I want to do anything with Martha? Hmm. Just no. But the teacher. I think she and I could probably be friends. Because I agree with her on the fact that Martha is not a fucking hero for what happened. And I can kind of like, it doesn't justify what she did, but I can see why she did what she did, all things considered. Okay. Oh, both of you are billionaire capitalists who experiment on the poor, so you need to go to the sun. Okay, she and I would probably oh, this one's difficult because she and I would talk a lot and we would write a lot of fanfics together, and we likely wouldn't do too much else. So we would definitely be really good friends, but we'd probably honestly only get to cuddling. This old lady whose head got ripped off. Uh, she doesn't seem that annoying. This bitch goes straight into a volcano. Then again, she probably abused her kids straight into the sun. This guy's just a bit of a dick. Don't put him in hell now. Bethany. Bethany, ghost fucker. Um, she is definitely too horny to be too high on my list, so I think we'd just be friends. Agent 1 and Agent 2. They just go and no. I'm sorry. I couldn't stand to be around them that long. Ah, they they'd end up suspecting me of something, and then everything would go downhill from there. Cletus. You can go into a volcano, you little shit. Now, if Colin had nothing to do with these other two, Colin wouldn't be so bad. I think Colin and I could possibly be friends, but I'm going to put him in acquaintances because I think he is still under the bad influence of Cletus and this bitch, who also goes with Cletus. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I still find it funny that a lot of people joke that this is Alistair's mom because it's a deer cherub. Um, could do acquaintances. She's not that annoying. Okay, let's refine this list. Okay. I'm gonna put you up further. I'm gonna put Emily up further. Moxie and Millie, I am going to put at the end because they're a package deal, because I don't think I could survive living with only one of them, especially since they love each other so much, so they couldn't survive without each other. So we're gonna do that. Text goes a little bit higher. Do I want them before or after pinches? Um, After. I'm gonna put Leviathan up here near text. I think Ozzy and Fizz can go up a little bit higher. Okay, Snuggle. Verosika goes at the top. You'll go at the end. You'll go up there, and you'll be fun to snuggle with. I am ordering these in comfort level of snuggles. Well, I mean, look at those pillows. He's probably super fluffy under that suit. Look at them cheeks. He is super fluffy under his outfit, we know that. Vaggie is just the perfect size for cuddling. Alistair is kind of sharp. He is very sharp and pointy-ish, but he also has those adorable ears. Frank is an egg. He would be very awkward to snuggle with, to be honest. We're gonna put Frank and friends. Okay, cuddle. Let's refine the cuddle category. Okay, Charlie, definitely at the top. Angel, I'm gonna put a little bit higher than Husk. Cherry, for sheer property damage alone, I'm gonna put at the end. For that, for that eyeliner, I'm going to put you up after Velvet. For being a general, like, good mom figure, I'm putting you up higher. Mm, at least I know I'd have more to talk with Emberlyn than than these ones. Yeah, I think that's good. Friends. Okay, here is where it's going to get even more complicated. Now, I don't know for sure if Abel is going to be as adorable as he looks, but I'll put Abel at the front just in case. Oh. He looks like the biggest, like, passive nerd there is, so probably would get along with him. At the very least, I could boss him around and I know he'd do what I say. I'll move her up because I think it's less likely that she'll try to get me to eat other sinners than Rosie. Which means St. Peter is gonna go above Rosie for that fact also. Bethany, since she is the least likely to friendly beat the shit out of me, I'm going to put her after Rosie. For just being like a good protective mom, I'm gonna put this lady higher, even though she dead. At least as far as we know, she's dead. It's very, very implied that she's dead. Sally Mae, I know more about Sally Mae than these hellhounds, so I'm gonna put Sally Mae up higher. It would be very hard to teach Frank how to play games, but he would also be very entertaining to play with. Yeah, I think that basically sums up Friend. I know I didn't say anything about Nifty, but Nifty is perfect just where she's at now. Acquaintances! Okay, you go. Lilith goes at the start. Um, gonna say Bouncer Guy goes next. Then the doctor seems like a genuinely, like, good person. Yeah, I think that's a good order. Lilith, Bouncer Guy, Doctor Guy, Kitty, Servant Imp number 2, main servant of Stolas, this dear cherub who says, "Yeah, no." Miss Fortune Teller Lady, Colin, and Dennis. No. Is this one even worth ranking past this point? Because they're all no. Okay, I just like the look of this chick, so we're putting her ahead. Would I rather be experimented on or work on a farm? That is a tricky question, but we are definitely moving Blitz down a bit. Arachnus, again, I don't know much about him other than the fact that he is Angel's brother. I'm pretty sure that's who this is. So I'm actually going to move him down since I don't know anything and I don't exactly find him aesthetically pleasing. Martha, I'm going to move up because, yes, she might have been a cannibal and everything, but I mean, she's in hell now. She's where she belongs, and she probably won't make me eat the human flesh. So, hell no. Um, this one seems less likely to get me killed. Who's the next person who's least likely to get me killed? Nope, this order seems right. Into a volcano! Okay, okay. Now this one's complicated. I want to put you first because fuck you for everything you've done to Fizz. And this guy for what he did to Blitz, Sarah for being Sarah, Loot because Loot, a freaking insane zealot. This guy's just a shitty dad, kind of abusive to his kids, but he hardly sees them, so he's more neglectful than anything else. This guy just works for a mobster, so um hmm. Katie Killjoy or Adam? Hmm. Adam would be easier to manipulate. Like, in the end, even if he's a complete douchebag and a piece of shit, he would be easier to talk to than Katie Killjoy. Okay, I wouldn't insult the volcano this way. Now this one's difficult because all of these are terrible people. You know, Chaz was terrible and a manipulator and he was just annoying, but at least he wasn't like like super homophobic and gross. He was still gross, but not in a bigoted kind of way. Actually, these two should be at the very end. And then Valentina should be here. I ordered this in the wrong way. I was going from most hated to least hated, but that's not this order. It's least hated to most hated. So, yeah, I think that's good. Anyways, this is my Ace, Smash, or Pass. This is the final tier list that I have come up with. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and if you liked it, please give the video a like and subscribe. I'm gonna be coming out with I'm gonna try to put out at least 2 videos a week, so look forward to it, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you, and bye-bye.